I think the best guests are the ones that come to me and they say, here's my budget or here's no budget. What looks good? What can we do with my hair that you think will suit me well? Because that gives me some creative freedom. I didn't originally set out to be a hairstylist. I went to college for a year for computer science and found out it wasn't for me. I needed something where I interacted with people more and was something more hands-on. Um, so cosmetology had always kind of been my backup. I decided to go through with it and I signed up for school. The rest is history. I went to the Paul Mitchell School here in Roanoke. Um, and it was a great experience on the whole. I had a pretty good time. Beauty school is tough, but I had some great instructors, and I got through in one piece. My greatest challenge being a new hairstylist has been building a clientele. Um, there's only money in this industry where you have clients, and so most of my focus this last year has been on getting new people into my chair and getting them to come back.
It's interesting because when I was younger, I did not want to be a hairdresser. My great aunt was a hairdresser. She had a salon that she had built attached onto the side of her home. And I lived in New Jersey at the time, and I would come to Virginia in the summer to visit my mother for visitation, and I would spend quite a bit of time with her at her salon, helping her shampoo hair, learning different things about hair, primarily just to be able to do my own hair because my hair is so thick and coarse, most people don't want to deal with it. And I can remember one time myself and my cousin were supposed to be having a sleepover, and we were supposed to make dinner and make cookies and all this stuff, and this lady comes and knocks on my aunt's door at like 8 o'clock at night, and she's like, I'm on my way to the club and I need these tracks put in. And she would just drop whatever she was doing for her guests, and I'm like, these people are so, I don't want to deal with people like that. But it was something that I've always done through middle school, through high school. Even when I was in the Army in basic training, I did, my fellow service people's hair. And so it was always something that I'd been able to do. And when I got out of the Army, that was when I decided to go to hair school so that I could be more lucrative with it and not have to have a real job and a side job that I enjoyed. So I went to Virginia Careers Academy. It used to be on Williamson Road. It's been closed for a while. They actually closed while I was still a student there. They closed while I was on maternity leave with my son. And it was interesting, very laxed environment. Felt like looking at the people that worked there, I didn't see them being in this career for the long haul. It just seemed to be something that was cool, and it was only maybe $7,000 back then, because it's been 20 years ago. And when I came back from maternity leave having my son, I found out that the school had been closed down. And so I had to continue. I only had maybe 250 hours left out of 1,500 to do. And so I started doing an apprenticeship. And that's how I was able to complete my hours and to go ahead and take my boards and get my licensure. I don't work in a traditionally black salon. I've worked in traditionally black salons, and I've worked in places that have a little more versatility, and I've also worked in places that are primarily Caucasian clients. And I think when you first start off in that type of environment, a person, the only opinion they have of you is what they see of you, and my hair is not like most of my guests' hair. So, I mean, when I worked in Vinton, I had people who just were not willing to let me touch their hair just because. And I experienced some of that when I first came here as well. It's a matter of you have to be able to allow your skills to speak for themselves, to speak much louder than anything else about your physical appearance.
When I was in high school, my band director used to make me do the drum major's hair for competition. He said I was good luck, so I figured I must be good at it, and I went to school right after graduation. I have some guests that I've been seeing since I started working here in 2006, so 14 years. Probably My favorite guest that I take care of is Miss Virginia from 1957. She lets me do whatever I want, and she's still as beautiful at 86 years old as she was in 1957. In this industry, we get to help people feel as good about themselves as they look and feel beautiful and really get to affect their self-esteem. So I think that's the most important difference that we get to have.